Good evening, Hank. It's Wednesday. For those people who are watching who are not Hank Green, let me explain. So Hank made a video on Hank's channel about YouTube, and then I tweeted, I don't like when Hank Green makes videos about YouTube business because I don't like disagreeing with Hank Green. Sad face. And then he replied, disagreement is totally fine. I'm paraphrasing, and that he would love to know my thoughts. So this video is the result of that. But I already made a video that sort of addresses some of these points in response to Briley Bishop's open letter to YouTube, so I want to make this a little bit different. So Hank, I am going to steal some of your footage, and in return, I'm going to tell them to go and watch your video in its entirety and scream fair use commentary. Ah! First off, I don't like disagreeing with people in general, especially people that I respect, because you have that sort of affirmation of like, yeah, we think alike about this, therefore my opinion is somehow more valid, because that's a legitimate way to live your life. But onto your video. Now, I really appreciated that you started off by acknowledging that YouTube has given you a lot of cool stuff.
First, you provided me with a platform. How would I ever have had that? Then, with an audience, there's just a ton of people on this site. You also helped me monetize that audience so that I could do this professionally, and in the end, you gave me money to make shows that I would never have been able to afford.
Now, I appreciate you saying this because there have been a lot of tweets and tumbles and tubes from a variety of people that seem to have the impression of, YouTube, we gave you everything and you have ruined us. And I think it's important to acknowledge that the situation wasn't like, well, YouTube, we have like thousands of people that want to watch our stuff. Can we buy you some server boxes and continue to provide you stuff and send our audience over to your site so that you can make money off of them? Rather, both parties gain from the whole YouTube experience, and I really appreciate you making that explicitly clear. Okay, and now the part where I have to disagree.
I am not doing things for you, and you are not doing things for me. And to be very clear, neither of us are doing these things for advertisers. Like, that's a secondary goal, okay? Let's just all agree on that.
Wait, YouTube's primary goal isn't catering to advertisers?
Your goal is to create the best, most rewarding experience possible.
Okay, I know you said let's all agree, but I can't. Because we as viewers are not YouTube's customers. That's not how business works. In the same way that I can go up to a food cart and say, here is some money, and they give me some food, advertisers go up to YouTube and they say, here is some money, and they give them back ad impressions. Neither the creators nor the viewers are the customers in that situation, except for paid channels, but that's a whole other thing. So YouTube now has this money, and they need to provide an ad impression. So they go to a random user and they say, please watch this ad. And the user says, I'm only going to watch this ad if you give me some good video stuff to watch around it. So YouTube then turns to the creators and says, look, we will give you some money, provided that you can give us some videos so that these guys want. So the creators give us videos, we give those videos over to the viewers, and then the viewers give us back those ad impressions that we can give back to the advertisers for that money. So neither the creators nor the viewers are the customers of YouTube. What they really are is kind of a manufacturing plant that builds the resource that YouTube eventually sells. And if we're going to look at it this way, YouTube is kind of working like a regular business. If there are ways to get people to create things that are slightly less expensive, then that's a smart business decision. Likewise, if there are ways to get people to watch more ads for fewer videos, or just get more people able to convert those videos into ads, that's a good business decision. Now later in your video you make this point.
It's not about bringing television to the internet. That would be like having a radio DJ read the newspaper at the dawn of radio.
So basically what's happening here is we've got the creators making videos that they can go ahead and convert, but now there's another group of this television Hollywood group of people that are happy to make videos that can also be converted. But if TV and film aren't going to work on YouTube, then the viewers over here aren't going to accept that video currency and aren't going to give the ad impression. So it's only going to work if the viewers actually want to watch the stuff that YouTube is sending their way. And the thing is, viewers are kind of fickle. Some of them only want to watch British vloggers, some of them want to watch 24, some of them want to watch cat videos. The fact that YouTube is adding more video suppliers doesn't mean that the viewers can't prefer one thing over the other, and YouTube's profit margin is actually dependent on finding which video will this user watch the most advertisements for. And if YouTube were absolutely perfect about this, when a viewer opened up their subscription feed, they would see the thing they most want to watch in the entire world right there at the top. They haven't quite figured that out yet. Omniscience requires a lot of R&D. So right now as a creator, it may be the case that the viewer who wants to watch your stuff is instead seeing a whole bunch of Vevo channels. But once YouTube gets better about this, if you like watching Wheezy Waiter more than you like Doctor Who, you're going to see Wheezy Waiter in your feed. Really, as creators, there's only one permanent thing that maybe we should be concerned with, and I think Penn Jillette actually said it, that there's only one show business, and we're all in it. We're all entertainers, educators, vloggers, comedians, musicians, makeup gurus, whatever, but we're still competing for the attention of everybody. And I think what scares us a lot now is that as TV comes marching closer to the internet, it becomes harder for us to forget the fact that when someone decides to watch our videos, they're also deciding not to go to a concert or watch a movie or spend time with friends or any number of other things that they could be doing with their time. But the main point is that YouTube's business is a marketing business and not our business. But that doesn't mean that our interests are mutually exclusive, even if YouTube does exactly what it ought to be doing as a marketing business. So long as we keep making stuff that someone for some reason wants to watch, there will always be a need for the stuff that we do. We're gonna be fine. Wow, that got ranty. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday.
I hope you can find it in your hearts to just let some of it be. Just let it do its own thing, because we don't know what it's gonna be yet.